I'm not wrong because I don't know too much about The View, but I've seen definitely like some controversial clips online or on YouTube. That's a primarily liberal audience.
Oh yeah, it is. That whole show started and it's called The View because it's supposed to be 5 different viewpoints.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much one viewpoint.
That's what I picked up.
Yeah, there's usually like one token conservative. So I was that conservative for 2 years on this show.
But going into it, you knew that you were going to be that kind of token target.
Yeah.
The daytime talk show The View has always been known for drama, fiery debates, and nonstop controversy. Over the years, the show became the daytime equivalent of a political cage match with microphones. Those heated discussions are exactly what kept millions of viewers hooked and helped the show dominate daytime television. But when former co-host Candace Cameron Bure opened up in a recent interview, she pulled back the curtain and revealed what really happens behind the scenes. Her insider perspective explains why the show sometimes feels chaotic and why the commentary can occasionally seem all over the place.
I tried to turn that job down.
Are you serious?
Multiple times.
That's so funny.
And I was like, I know they talk so much politics on the show and I'm not comfortable with that, so no. And then they came back and they were like, we're actually switching it. It's gonna be more pop culture, more evergreen topics. We're not really gonna talk about politics that much. And it was like, okay. And then I was like, well, I live in LA and I'm not moving to New York, so no. And they said, we'll fly you back and forth every week. We'll pay for the tickets every week.
The biggest open door.
They just kept upping the ante. Like everything I tried to say no to, they had a solution for it.
Candace explained that the original idea behind The View was simple. 5 women with completely different perspectives discussing current events and everyday topics. That's actually where the show's name came from, different views. But over time the balance shifted. Instead of multiple viewpoints, the panel often leaned heavily in one political direction, leaving just one conservative voice on the panel. During her time on the show from 2015 to 2016, Candace said she was essentially that lone conservative voice, frequently finding herself debating several co-hosts at once.
How did you prepare for each and every episode?
Girl, I have never prepared like I have prepared for that show in my life, okay? You basically get a packet of about 80 topics the night before because they're all current events. They keep moving and changing, whatever happens in the news cycle. So I would spend probably a minimum of 4 hours each night researching all 80 topics so I could understand what I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And then on the morning of, with the hosts and the producers, they break it down. We go through all 80 topics and then pinpoint maybe 7 or 8 of those that we're actually going to discuss on the show.
Interestingly, Candace revealed that she almost never joined the show in the first place. She turned the offer down multiple times because she wasn't comfortable with the amount of political discussion happening on the program. Producers eventually convinced her by promising the show would focus more on pop culture and lighter conversations. But everything changed when Donald Trump entered the political arena. His presence transformed media coverage across the country, and suddenly political debates became the main attraction on many talk shows, including The View.
I don't miss The View at all. I love being on talk shows. I love hosting talk shows,
Right.
but that was a hard job every single day in, day out, talking politics.
Yeah.
So-
And Christianity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And my
no.
faith, that was the easiest part for me, to be able to talk about my faith and share my faith. But I'm happy right now not to be on that show and talk about lighter topics right now. There was only one type of stress that I've ever felt in my life that came from that show. It was so difficult. And to manage that emotional stress was very, very hard. Felt like I was going into a show that I didn't have a clear opinion about or nervous to talk about.
Candace also described the intense preparation required for every episode. According to her, the hosts received a list of up to 80 current event topics the night before each show. She would spend hours researching those stories just to be prepared for whatever might come up during the broadcast. The following morning, the hosts and producers would narrow that list down to around 7 or 8 topics that would actually be discussed on air. The fast pace meant hosts often had to form strong opinions quickly, sometimes with very little time to fully process complex political issues.
You have different reactions when you're put under pressure. So they talk about fight or flight. Like, do you fight? Are you ready to go for it? Or do you want to take off? Like, you want to hide and you want to run? And I would say I am a flight person.
Really?
I don't love conflict. I'm not afraid of it. I like resolution. So I'm always happy to have the discussion because I like directness and I like resolution. But I'm not like, my gut reaction is not to fight with people. I want to take a hike. So with that, I think my disposition helped me in that when people really come at me, I don't get super riled up. Like, I don't put on the boxing gloves.
No. Despite the experience, Candace admitted that working on the show was emotionally exhausting. The constant political debates, combined with the pressure of live television, created a level of stress she hadn't experienced before. She said that while she enjoys hosting and appearing on talk shows, the daily confrontations and heated arguments made that particular job extremely challenging. Today, she says she's much happier focusing on lighter conversations and projects that don't revolve around intense political debates.